Hello everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 4 video. We're back in the Expert 101 and we're not on Salzburg Rosenheim or Riesa Dresden for that matter. We are on Kassel Wurzburg and there's a lovely 425 over there. Yeah, another route you can run this train on, which I don't know if it's been recently added or I don't know, but you can now run this train on this route. Which, yeah, the main thing about that is you do get to use LZB. Right, let's get everything set up. I've also set this in winter for one reason, which we will hopefully see in a minute. Let's make sure all of the heating's off. I'll pop that down. That's already off. So we should start seeing it, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I bet it won't do it now. So I did a little test beforehand and it completely did it, but please do it because it will be cool. It's not doing anything yet. Or is it? No, it is. It is. I think it is. Yeah, I think it's doing it. Let's do the ZDE data. So 9, that's for sort of typical IC. No, that's 18. Train length, we are 203, so 21, and that would be 200 kilometers an hour. Should be, yeah, all good. Yeah, look at that. The window we're starting to sort of ice up, which is one of the, well, we've never seen that before, but one of sort of the other things you can get, well, with this train. So yeah, quite cool to see. Anyway, let's get everything set up. Let's get the GSMR sorted. So we are train number 2185. 2185. And all of the other information is correct there with the leading loco, which is TF1, and we are DB Fernwerk. So we'll send that data off, I'll register it. Those windows are very much gone now. Oh, signal lights as well. Let's set that. Headlights. There you go, they're now on. Let's see sort of how bad that can get. Oh, unlock doors. How have we not unlocked the doors yet? We were setting up. Have they actually even opened, considering the train electric power's not on? Oh, they have. Okay. But yeah, so we can't really see too much. So in that case, we need to get the heating on, which should then slowly take it away. Also to put up the cab temperature. And train electric supply, we'll get that on as well. There you go, there goes all of the ice straight off. But another sort of cool. Oh, we've got a fault. I don't know what's happened, but something's happened. ASG2KON. Okay. Already got a fault. Started. That one. Well, we got a code for this one as well. Something on the MSS. What's the MSS? I can't remember what the MSS is. Let's have a look. I've got the manual up, which is ideal. What's that? 34Q02. 34Q02. What's that? Continue driving to the next station, if necessary. Yeah, alright. Flip the main circuit breaker switch to open. Okay. Well, we'll do that then. Oh yes, it's about the ASG. Well, let's we'll do that. So main circuit breaker open. Give it a minute. Yeah, that sounds good. Stir 'em, yeah, I think we've sorted it now, mate. Oh, let's see. We've reset it. It's still saying there's a fault, but we may still be we might be able to get going. Could be a brake failure apparently. Yeah, 340. Yeah, 34Q02. Done that. Otherwise, reset the throttle. I think that's not well. Failed ASG. There's no sort of fuse we can flick for that. Reset the MSS. Oh, what's the MSS? I've asked this question in one of the Discord servers too, Raf. The MSS. I think it's something to do with the electrics. Let's see. What is the MSS? The motor protection breaker, a high voltage type of breaker. That's what it is. But we'll just see if we can get driving, really. Because if we can get driving, it's not really too important. It might be something to do with the way it's so cold out there. That possibly might be what it is. Yeah, I know there's a fault, mate. Well, that's a lot of German. That's the same thing. It just says reset the MSS, which we've done. But what's the breaker? Well, that's going to be back here somewhere, isn't it? The MSS. Is it here somewhere? The MSS. It's quite cool the way you've got to go and look for all these things. And a breaker. What does a breaker look like? Those are the cut-off valves. Probably things we shouldn't be looking at. Cut-off valve. The MSS. Nothing to do with it on there. MSS. You back here somewhere? MSS. Is this the MSS? So many on here. I mean, look how cool that is. The MSS. I think we'll just get driving because I mean, it doesn't seem to particularly be affecting us. So, yeah. Because I haven't got a clue. MSS. High voltage thing. Well, we've had a look. It seems to be okay. So let's get going. We've got to set the AFB to max. Probably don't want to go full throttle because we'll slip. And if it's a brake failure, then well, we're in for a treat. Which at the moment could actually be the case. We might actually have a brake failure. Which makes things even more interesting, yeah. Let's quickly try the parking brake. Guess that's on in some way. Yeah, we've got some sort of brake failure, I think. The brakes actually haven't come off, I don't think. See, this is fun, isn't it? Look, nothing's... I don't think that's to do with it, but let's go. Now we should get going. Now we're getting going. I knew it was that. I was just playing. Although saying that, it does still say we do have the fault. So yeah, MSS. We'll have to sort of have a look to see what that. The MSS. I don't know. The main. Yeah, a breaker somewhere, but where on earth's that? Let me have a look. MSS DBBR 101. MSS DBBR 101. And I'll leave actually the manual below, so if you want to have a look at the manual, feel free to. Yeah, what's an MSS? It will be in the manual somewhere. Yeah, it will be in there somewhere. I might even put a message saying what is the MSS? Like, well, where is it? So whilst we've got the power of LZB at the moment, I can actually have a little look see. I know where the LSS is. The LSS is, well, that's the fuse panel. But the MSS, I don't think it says where it is on here. Oh, hang on, no, it does. No, tell a lie, it does. It's the must be the one underneath. So that you've got the the LSS that was the normal fuses, and it was that little one underneath the squares. That's the MSS. So, well, there's not really anything we can do now we're on the move. So we'd go and reset what on there? Where's the manual gone? Let me go back to false. Was it 34, wasn't it? 3402. Which is... just trying to find it again. So the train is, well, driving itself, so there's not really anything we need to do at the moment. Yeah, it says reset the MSS. So would that be the MSS of the MTB, or? But again, it's not, you know, hasn't really impacted our journey in any way. So we'll sort of just keep it as it is, and also just enjoy the LZB taking us up to 180 kilometers an hour, which is cool. And we'll also be able to get up to 200. There we go. Up to 200 kilometers an hour, which is rather special in the 101. The main thing I'm worried about is resetting or turning off LZB. That's gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Basically just not doing a lot. Let's get a little photograph. Yeah, let's get that one. There we go. That's really noisy. Let's pop my headphones down a bit. As long as we can hear Sifa. So it's about 30 minutes. This is, yeah, sort of just this basically. Just sort of watching the world go by and not doing much apart from Sifa. That's sort of the one thing I don't really enjoy about this route, especially when you're doing, say, this, where you're going a bit slower than 250, is the fact you don't really do anything. Like if I isolated Sifa, well, you couldn't in this train, so it would probably have a tantrum and bring the emergency brakes on. But you could, yeah, go and make lunch and then come back, and you might just about be coming into Fulda. Nice. Let's get a little flyby shot. Is it unusual to see this train at such a speed on TSW? Nice. So it was 86 kilometers from Kassel to Fulda. What board was Kassel on? That's 157. Let's say 165 was Kassel. So what, about kilometre board 80? We should be coming up to Fulda. I mean, the train will drive us there anyway. So we don't need to sort of worry about, we need to slow down, as it will just hit for us. And another cool thing you can do in this train is also a freight service. You can do freight on Dresden and Chemnitz. However, I'm sort of holding off that for now, as it means doing the calculations for the brake percentage. So yeah, for now I'm not going to do that just yet. There's the Despolok 182. Which Despolok was, I think, a company which then merged with another company to form MRCE. I think. The audio really doesn't sound fantastic at 200 kilometers an hour. Although saying that, it not really. You don't rarely get this up to 200 kilometers an hour. It's quite crackly. Oh, that's just sort of the audio of the game being funny. Which I do have to say, thanks to Dovetail Games for giving us a key to show off the Expert 101. It's been brilliant so far. Yeah, it's not been bad at all. And I think we can all agree it's not like a bad DLC. This is something I think a lot of players have wanted, and now we've got it. In the Train Sim World survey they did, which was what, 4 months ago or so. I think sort of having more advanced trains was near the top of the list. So to now have a more advanced train is great. You know, they've listened to, or TSG has listened to the community and, well, now delivered. Hang on, no, it's going up, isn't it? Yeah, 166 now. I thought that was going down. So in that case, let's say 150 was Kassel. So we've got a very long way to go still. I think it was like 86 kilometres, so yeah, about 70 kilometres. Let me try and be cheeky. Let me go on Google Maps and see. Oh, actually, Google Maps in Germany. I don't think Germany's being covered like fully. There's quite a lot of Germany which just isn't covered on Google Maps, which is quite surprising for. Oh no, a lot of it has been covered. There's a few sort of patches which they've recently done it. Oh, there's Fulda. That was easy. Let me see if I can sort of use street views to see the railway, to then see what the kilometre board is. Quite cheeky way of doing it. Cool. Oh, I found the railway. Can I see a kilometre board? Because that would be cool. They're every sort of 200 metres, so it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, I found it. Hang on, that's going down. I'm pretty certain it's not going down. 171. I mean, according to this, although that is looking northbound, that's at 111. Well, that might actually be of another line which joins up to that. Yeah, I don't think it goes down. Be another line. Trying to find a place where I can spawn in and have a look. Oh, perfect. Must be a board there somewhere. Oh no, I found another board. This is actually on the high speed line. 231 kilometre board. So a long way. Pretty much. Yeah, 231. So yeah, it's still 55 kilometres away. So donkeys away. Should have already got the ice, shouldn't I, with that? Cool. that's a cheeky way of doing it there. Just Google Maps and have a little look. See, well, that means Fulda's probably at about 234. So yeah, a long way away. I remember, yeah, lots of Germany actually hasn't been covered by Street View. There's sort of large gaps, which just aren't covered. I wonder why that is. People who know Google and Germany well, why is Germany not really being covered by Google Maps much? And quite a lot of the sort of footage on here is 2022. It's not really sort of any other dates. It's just 2022. Is it some sort of maybe privacy law in Germany or something? Yeah, a lot of it seems to sort of be new footage. I doubt it would be to do with Germany being unified in the 90s, as Google Maps started doing Street View in 2007, 2008. So, don't know. That's a really weird question to ask on a Train Sim World video. But yeah, why is Germany not covered much on Google Street View? Flying there, at 179 already. Didn't see what time we due there. We're due there at 35. So that's still, well, we're going to be what, 3-4 minutes late. Not going to be on time. That fault hasn't developed in any way, so I mean, yeah, quite a lot of these faults you can just simply drive on. Really much of an issue. It might be maybe to do with just the ice. Maybe because we iced up the windscreen, it then. But I don't know. Maybe obviously the rest of the train's going to ice up as well. So maybe the cold weather sort of affects it, which would be quite cool in the game as well if that actually did affect it in some way. I mean, the one time you'll see me on this route in the 101, or at least going at 200 kilometers an hour, unless we play Kassel, Konstantinov fast Strecke, or even actually Munich Augsburg. Is there any 101 services? There's not expert ones though. There's the expert 101 when it first came out. I'm pretty certain it was just Salzburg, Rosenheim, and Riesa Dresden, but now you can use it on Kassel, Wurzburg, Dresden, Chemnitz, and Bremen, Oldenburg, which is great. Obviously, more to do. It acts as a substitution. .185 now, so we've got 45 or so kilometres to still go. We'll just say 50. Make it sound worse. 50 or so. We'll get there eventually. But if you haven't made it this far in the video, thanks for staying in. Yeah, sort of past the beginning, which took us a while to get going. Still, yeah, watching us not doing a lot. Like the sort of the retention. Well, not retention. Sort of, it's just not that interesting of a route, Kassel, Wurzburg. Like, it's cool the first few times you do it, or just doing it every now and again. But it's just, yeah, you're not really doing much. Like, the only thing I have to do is just press Q for Seaford. That's it. That's all you've got to do. Which, yeah, when this first came out, Train Sim World 3, it was quite a big thing because it's a German literally only a German high-speed line. It's not like Colnarken where it's sort of half-half. don't know, who plays this route a lot and sort of enjoys the route? There's also sort of nothing to learn about it either. Kassel, Fulda, Wurzburg, that's the stations. And all the speed limits, well, the train just drives itself. Which, yeah, you could isolate LZB and drive it yourself, but then that's unrealistic. Sifa's like whispering at this speed. Well, it'll be nice once we get to 200 kilometres an hour. That means we know we're in the right 100 then. Cool. Now what way though? 200 kilometres since this route started. I don't know, where does this route go past Kassel? Where does it go? I think that's up towards Hamburg, isn't it? Or was it Hanover? Let's see, Kassel. I'm having a look again on Google Maps just to sort of see where the trains go from here. Wow, there's like so many different services which go from there. Over 100 different sort of ice numbers. Wow. See if that, yeah. Blimmin' heck. Really? Look, there's a bus and it goes from... Yeah, it's got buses on here as well. Apparently the Regional Express 11's a bus. But it's got a bus which goes from Kiev to Antwerpen, which I think is in Belgium. Blimey. Hamburg, yeah, Hamburg. I mean, I doubt it wouldn't be that far, would it, to Hamburg? That's probably... Yeah, it probably measures it from Hanover. Yeah, that probably seems more reasonable. Because I think from Hamburg, you've got the Hamburg-Hanover high-speed line. So yeah, it must measure it sort of from around there down to Kassel. $199 now. So coming up to the 200-kilometre board. There it is, that's nice to see, 200. So we're about 34 kilometres now off of Fulda. .6, 200.8. Should go down fairly quickly now. I mean, the top speed of this route is 250 for most trains. I think if you're in the ice one, you can actually, at certain times, get up to 270. That's only on certain services though. So you are going a bit slower than sort of the normal speed on here. But then you're not in an ICE train. Should have really done the IC livery for this. That would have sort of suited it a bit better. In the red one. Next tunnel. Nice. Quick flyby shot. Tree flyby shot. Impressive speed though. 204. 205. Just counting it down there, it's like, come on. We'll get in there. Cool. I think I prefer driving this though in sort of PZB and something like Salzburg Rosenheim though. Yeah, don't expect to see me on this route again doing one of this or one of these. It's much better when you're actually doing something. I don't know, what does everybody prefer? Do you prefer something like this where you don't really have to do a lot and it's sort of just safer? Or Or do you prefer sort of going full out PZB? Hardcore PZB? There we go. So eventually we will start seeing that come down. A little 7,000 thing. Oh, saying that, I did mention we had to turn off LZB. We won't on here. Because the LZB ends, well, it doesn't end. So it should just, well, just bring us to the, yeah, but we won't have to turn off LZB. Unless it brings us into like another platform where LZB is not used, then we might have to. Not sure. About 25 kilometres, let's say. Still got that fault, but again, it hasn't really. No, we could have a little look-see once we get to Fulda, maybe at the MSS. So I'm still learning all the different things in this train. There's a lot to learn on here. I wouldn't say it's a huge learning curve, but you know, it's something you need to learn. Always have the manual on you if you're driving this train. Always have the manual to hand, just in case. You won't need it every single journey, but it's more just in case. Safer, there we go. Another little freight passing loop here. If you could do the 2-hour-long freight runs on here. Anyone completed the full 2-hour journey on here in a freight train? If you have, I mean, good on you. I don't know how you've done it, but good on you. $2.15, and already then $2.16. We can say we've ran it at speed now. Tick it off the list. So yeah, we've still got Dresden and Chemnitz to try in this train, but that will be a freight train. So yeah, the brake, the ZD data you have to do will be slightly more confusing on that. So once I've sort of worked that out, then we'll sort of give that a go. The 101 on freight is odd. One of the massive viaducts. So impressive at the architecture on this route, or the infrastructure on this route. But how on earth? How do you do it? No valleys too low enough, no mountains too high enough for German high speed. Whereas the French with LGV med, you sort of just go up. It's like a roller coaster. You sort of go up the mountain, down the valley, up it. Whereas on here, just straight. We're not flat, but it's definitely not flat. But not as much of a roller coaster as it is on the LGV Mediterranean route. So about 14 kilometres in Fulda now. So that'll be, what, 5 minutes, let's say. Yeah, 5. Sure, yeah, but it's been 34 minutes already. Add sort of 5 minutes delay. Yeah. Should work out quite nicely. See that? Again, one thing, well, yeah, this is probably the only thing about the DLC, which is like, oh, I mean, that would have been nice to see, is Ebula, which would be on this right-hand screen here. Which, yeah, just basically just tells you everything you need to know about the route stations, speed limits. I don't know how it would work with LZB, I'm assuming it probably would still work, but, yeah, it wouldn't really be needed. Yeah, that's sort of the only drawback to this DLC, is just not having a functioning Ebula, which would have been quite nice to see. But hey ho, you can always just whip it up on my computer or on your phone for that matter. About 8 kilometres now off of Fulda. It's coming down fairly quickly. We are almost there. Massive tunnel. Still not started. Well, actually, I said that. Still not started coming down on the LZB. That's the only sort of like, is it going to start slowing down or not? Now it is. So always when I say it, it's like, right, slow down now. It heard me. 4,000 metres. No, that's, hang on, we don't have to do anything, do we? No, that's saying 100. And it says in 3,000 metres. Yeah, it got the G lit up. So yeah, never really seen it as it'd be in the 101. Apart from, yeah, when we did it on... No, yeah, it probably would have been on this route. But I don't think I did it as a video. I think I sort of just wanted to see what it was like. I don't know if it actually properly worked either. But slowing down now. Well, the train's slowing down. I'm not doing anything. Cool. See for again. Don't need to acknowledge any of that. That will do it all for us. It should ideally bring us to a stop. That's interesting. Oh, see, on Google Maps it was 235 at a different place. So we're not even at 235 yet. We're at 232. But on Google Maps, the 235 in Street View was sort of, well, before that tunnel. So that's the measurements been changed in some way. Okay, so the train should still be driving itself. Yeah, it's still doing it all itself. You know, I'm going to start putting the brakes on myself. I'm not entirely convinced we are actually going to come to a stop. Start getting the brakes on. Don't trust the AI of the robot. I know it is slowing down, but probably would come down pretty quickly. So we'll sort of take over ourselves here. Oh, this is Fulda, sort of tucked over on this side. Which is service. And oh yeah, we're going to have a little look at the MSS if it doesn't kick us out. That is, as it may just sort of boot us out as soon as we've come to a stop and open the doors. It's like out. I think this would usually be the platform if you were going back the other way. So I don't know where this train then goes. Where's this one going? Karlsruhe. Karlsruhe, that rings a bell. Oh yeah, that Karlsruhe, that's near the French border, isn't it, Karlsruhe? Because you've got that route on Train Sim Classic sort of the cross-border Karlsruhe, Bonn, and Strasbourg. Here we go. We made it. Hooray. Right, do the doors. And have a quick look at the MSS then. Just quickly. So we've now established this is the MSS. So what would that come under as? Is it like an MCB one or? No idea. Oh, fan heat? No, not fan heat. Well, I don't know, you'd do something on there. Oh, that's quite easy. Do all of it. Wonder if that actually will fix it. Let's go and have a look in a minute. Do those ones. Has that sort of ended it? Oh no, it's still there. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. Oh, can you put the seat down? I've not tried that. No, don't think so. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Links can be found all the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in, and hopefully we'll see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.